Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Walk the DogCast with Matt Mullins. Episode 12, The Dirty Dozen.
Good morning.
What's up, dude?
Hopefully you can hear me, bro.
Check, check. I got you. Loud and
All
clear.
right, dog. We're in.
Loud and clear.
Bro, we're living the dream. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning.
Yeah, but they're listening to this same place, same time on Thursday. So,
Bro, I almost grabbed the B-22 cup, but I just went with what the
what
Lord
is
gave me.
that? Is that like mixed at your house or you bought that right off the shelf?
Bro, this is milk.
Is that fruit punch?
Yeah, absolutely.
How much sugar is in that?
That's that crystal light, homie.
I don't believe you.
I'll give you my word.
So it's no sugar, fruit punch, great value.
I'm not saying no, it's really what they call a crystal light. That's what it is.
So you did make your own. It's not from off the shelf.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, dude, I had to chug the milk to get the jug. You know
But
what I mean?
we remember that just because it doesn't have any sugar, it doesn't count as water.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I remember that. That's not
Okay.
saying I live by that. I'm saying I remember that.
Now, should we make people wait for the blind five, that segment that is the hit of the podcast? Do we put it at the end so everybody has to listen through everything else for that, or do we
That
just give it to them off the rip?
that's up to you. You're the boss.
I think we give it to them off the rip and, just give the people what they want and see if we're lucky enough they'll stick around and listen to the rest of the podcast.
I'm feeling spicy today, so I hope you got something good.
Well, I got something good. Do you have the sponsor?
Yes, today's top five is sponsored by Brendan. Search for the 117 Valhalla.
Now, was this a three-pack sponsorship that he bought or what?
Well, he hadn't actually paid nothing. I
Oh,
will tell you though, this is funny. I have had people reach out to me though, seriously about the sponsorship, and I didn't know what to tell them, so I would just said, well,
what are they
"I'll
looking
talk to
for?
Jake."
What are they
Do
looking to
what?
get out of it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because it
We,
hasn't worked for Brendan so far, so
yeah, we're not really. I don't. Yeah, and he hadn't paid us a nickel, so we don't want to commit to anything.
hey, you don't need to tell the other people that are potentially going to sponsor how much his deal was for.
Well, we haven't brought results yet. There we go. That's what I'll say.
But there might have been impressions, like, you know what I mean? It's hit spots that he hasn't hit, so there was impressions for possibility.
I can't believe I just knew that one of the last ones he'd be looking for was the Pack Storm. I
It's
never
the pack
thought,
storm.
do what?
He has the pack storm.
I know. I thought that would be like I thought
I
that would be
thought
his last one.
117 makes a little bit of sense. But the BAP I'm surprised he hasn't found.
Yeah. Well, 117, how many? I mean, I'm sure there was like less than 10.
No, I bet there's probably in the 20 to 25.
People love them. Blue and
Yeah, it's
green.
just
That's a popular color.
it was a good green and the rims were nice as well. That green was probably the best green we've had so far. So maybe that plays into it. And then age, I think, is the other issue. Anyways,
Yeah. Well,
blind ranking top five. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Candy bar edition.
Oh, I'm about to smoke this.
All right, we're leading it off.
Smoke it.
Reese cup. Or is it Reese's
Three.
cup?
Three.
Reese? Reese's?
Reese's. Like an
Reese.
American.
Three.
Three.
For the peanut butter cup,
Not
goodness.
my favorite. Not my favorite. Not my least favorite.
All right.
Smack dab in the
Snickers.
middle. Snickers number two. I'm happy with it. I like the
Number two.
nuts. I
Okay.
like the
All right.
caramel.
I
Now
came
you're
out of the gate
getting,
swinging.
huh?
I came out of the gate swinging.
Yeah. Well, I like that you're starting to mix in other things other than peanut butter. You know what I mean?
Okay, maybe I'm biased because the peanut butter just hits the spot.
Well, that's because you're jacked, bro. You work out. You're like a professional wrestler. So peanut butter, you need the protein and stuff. I get it.
That doesn't make sense to me. But so you've got two Snickers, three Reese's,
Yeah.
Hershey bar, plain old Hershey bar.
Five.
All right, if that went anywhere else, I was going to end the podcast.
That's fair.
Who
That's fair.
buys the regular Hershey bar?
Nobody I know
It's
of. And the
trash.
dark chocolate's trash too.
But that's
But
not even in the candy bar category. Come on now. The
I
Hershey's straight chocolate garbage.
I will say if I'm going to eat one of those, I prefer the small squares. You know what I'm talking about? The individual squares that you can buy. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want to
kind of like a
commit to
Hershey
a full
Kiss, which is
bar.
also trash.
Okay, but I would prefer a kiss over the
The bar,
yeah.
a little less waxy.
Amen.
But if you're going to get either one, it needs to have the almond. The bar
But
or the kiss.
I agree. I agree.
And then if
I
you get the
agree.
zebra, the white chocolate kisses. But anyways, two
You're
Snickers,
cooking.
three Reese Cup, five Hershey bar,
I got one and and four left, so I'm
one and
feeling pretty
four.
good
This
about
is an
this.
outlier. I don't know where you're going with this guy.
Okay.
Almond Joy. You are an old man, so we'll see.
It is one of my favorite candy bars, but I don't want to put it at one in fear of you say my actual favorite
Mhm.
candy bar here at the end. So I'm going to put it at four.
Okay.
With a four with an asterisk saying that I could eat three or
That was
four
blind
hundred of
five.
them.
You don't get, there's no explanation. You're just ranking it.
Okay, well that's fair. I
Four.
could eat 600 of them. Let's roll.
Now, do you want the full size? Well, actually, they don't even do the full size anymore. Even if you get the full size, it's still just two fun size in one pack.
Right. Even the king size, they just double it. They say, here's two bars. We're going to put it, you know.
Yeah, and then even the fun size it got so small, they're not even fun anymore.
Bro, let me tell you, I love you, but chocolate ain't fun for me anymore anyway. I eat a bunch of it. I get sick as heck,
Well, you're not
dude.
supposed to
Woo.
eat a bunch of it.
Well, hey, you know, I,
Wash it down with that crystal light.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Last on the list, the Twix.
Would not have been my number one. Should have went Almond Joy number one. We'll live with the results.
All right. What's your favorite candy bar then?
The zero bar.
Never, I don't know if I've ever had a zero bar. I'm going to try and find one and bring it next week to the
Go,
podcast.
go live a little.
What is it? Is it nougat? What is a zero bar?
Nougat with white chocolate on the outside, and that's all I know about it. But it's delicioso.
Who makes a zero bar?
I have no
And
idea.
why is it
Probably
called a
Dr.
zero bar?
Phil. Why did I eat
Is
a
this like a
zero bar?
Charleston chew?
I'm gonna have to Google it. I don't know.
All right, I gotta find a zero bar. I have never had a zero bar.
It is one of my favorite. It is so good. It says they first of all, when I typed in zero bar, it said zero bar vape, meaning you can vape the caramel, peanut, and nougat.
All right, sounds interesting. I'm intrigued.
White fudge covered. And it's made by some Italians. I can't
So,
pronounce
what's your
that.
favorite candy bar that you might actually get when you go trick or treating?
The Snickers, I would say.
Okay, okay. And then that's
Um,
like nobody wants the Milky Way, right?
my wife would want the Milky
No
Way.
peanuts, or because it has a little more caramel.
The caramel, I would say.
But then oh man, a Carmelo, that's like up there for me. You ever had one of those?
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, bro, I have experienced candy. I don't know if you can look at me and tell, but I've had candy.
No, I just thought that's the Crystal Light.
Yeah, dude. It might be.
It's straight drink calories. Um, so I have one more question, like a question topic that's non-yo-yo related. I'm going to bring in before we end, so hopefully you can remind me that.
Okay.
But you got anything that's popped up this week in the yo-yo world that's interesting or grabbed your attention or set the world ablaze?
No, today I'm ascending. I think I should be ascending today. Um, the loadout yesterday was dope. I liked the sponging. I know you don't want to talk about that, but I just wanted to mention it that I loved it. It was beautiful.
I mean, I'm
And
fine talking about the honeycomb. It's
okay,
just a completely. The loadout allows me kind of to experiment on colorways that I don't know if other people will like or not. But then also how quickly a loadout sells out does not necessarily mean that people like or don't like the colorway. Just because it's something that happens every week,
sure.
and I want it to be, look, yes, it sells out instantly, perfect. But I do want it to be semi-available for somebody to come to the G2 store and have a product in the store to buy. Because that turns away so many people that haven't gotten to try G2 just because this product's not available. So then they go somewhere else and you
Right.
miss that window. You have to be kind of deep into yo-yo to where you're willing to come to a drop, or if you're willing to do a monthly subscription. Even like the reviews are great once people get to the monthly subscription point, but it takes time to get there to want to do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sense?
I don't know. I think Patreon's, well, we're not going to talk, we're not getting into that, but I love Patreon. And you know how I feel about Patreon. I think it's a wonderful way to get a yo-yo every month.
Yeah.
And now that I've been around a while and I look at your models and I think, I'm never going to think like you do. Let's be very clear here. I can't. I'll never be able to because you have years and years of experience when it comes to making these things. But I really see now the diversity in what I get every month. Is it exactly what I want in every throw? No, but it's something different and it's how you see it fits in the lineup. And I just appreciate that more the more that I really think about, like, because today I've got the Ascension coming. My thought process all week with the Ascension has been I need to just take it in. You know what I mean? No matter what I feel on the first throw, just take it in and just soak it in and try to see where it fits in the lineup.
Yeah, and so like specifically the Ascension is meant to play unlike any other titanium yo-yos. And it does. It's very quick, very agile are the points I would say about it. But yeah, when I did that 2024 Patreon shipment review, it showed the variety I try to hit.
Yeah,
Um, Otherwise your preferences might keep you in the same boat. Um,
right.
and I just like to jump from boat to boat, right? So that there's a big variety, and unless you
And
are
I,
strictly yo-yoing 3, 4 hours a day trying to nail a routine, yo-yoing is a lot more fun as you change yo-yos, I believe.
which is like what, 5% of the yo-yo population.
Oh, way
Not
less.
not that we don't appreciate them. We understand you want all your yo-yos to be 54 millimeters and wider.
No, and
We
that's
are,
not true either. That's one
well,
person in the Discord.
whoa. No, I'm just joking.
But no,
But
so competitive players, like strictly competitive players, they just want one thing that's consistent and can do the tricks, right? That they want.
right,
And right
right.
now the fad is towards extra wide. I'm not as good as those players, so I don't know if it is partially it's just new, if the wide helps at all. With the width, you're losing different aspects of stability you get with thinner yo-yos. But
Right.
like I said, I'm not a very competitive player, so I'm working on designs and with a couple competitive players to increase the lineup to that skill set, I would say. I want to give something for them to use, especially
Sure.
as I might expand G2 overall for player wise and our scope of what we're looking to cater to. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Where did we go? Where did we get there from?
Well, I'll tell you where we got here. G2, different thing every month. You never know. Is it going to be 54? Is it going to be 50? Who knows? But you're going to be surprised. That's what the Patreon is. You got to love it.
Well, how did we get
And
to Patreon?
I don't have a clue.
Okay.
Bro, we don't. Hey, blind five is not the only thing we're running blind here at. But the point is, you're going to get something different. It's going to fit in different. That B22 cup, miss merch like that, miss it. The only reason I recognized that immediately is I was going to pull that cup for real.
Mhm.
And then I said, milk
Bring it out,
jug.
put in the starting lineup. I like that cup. Um, I don't know why I like it better than the gray one. I think it's just the shape for whatever reason. But now I've seen that they have ceramic lined ones, and that has piqued my interest. Um, get off of that.
Sorry if you heard that.
I don't think anybody did.
People cannot drive in my town.
I thought you were going to say it was a goose.
No, I wish it was a goose.
All right, what else you got?
Uh,
Do you want to plug
I
your new podcast so it actually happens?
do what now?
You want to plug your new podcast so it happens?
It's gonna happen. No, I don't.
Don't plug it yet?
Uh, yeah, we got to confirm with, you know how a
Okay.
couple of the members are.
I
We
know.
got
I'm
to,
just hey, we got the fire up here. Let's put the feet there.
all right. We
You're
are
going to do it,
there.
do it.
There is going to be a new podcast in the G2 Nation called the Stooges Podcast.
This is a Matt podcast. This is not G2 affiliated. I cannot be held responsible or liable for anything they say.
Okay, that is a great point, G2 Jackalicious. I'm glad you pointed that out. It is probably going to end up being a liability for G2, but should I go ahead and say
You
who's
don't
going to
have
be
to
on the
say
show?
anything. You're
Okay,
just going to say
perfect.
you're doing a podcast. It'll be out
Stooges
next week.
Podcast, multiple personalities in the nation. We're going to be hanging out talking about the Patreon yo-yo every month.
I don't, that's one type of episode from my understandings.
Okay, there's stuff coming. Y'all get excited.
You weren't ready for that. I threw you under the
Mm-mm.
bus.
No, not at all.
What do you know about this Yo-Yo Sam ambassador program?
Well, I love Yo-Yo Sam. First of all, let's start there. My family's been doing business with Yo-Yo Sam since like 2003. Uh, and I've been pooping with their catalogs in my bathroom since around the same time. So I love Yo-Yo Sam. We'll start there.
What is it
Wonderful
actually called?
company.
What's the whole enterprise called?
Oh, brother, I don't remember.
Is
I
the
don't remember.
catalog Yo-Yo Sam?
I don't, I don't remember. Now, when I used to like order from them all the time, it would say their enterprise on the box,
Yeah.
but I don't remember. But good people, good family. Got to hang out with them at Worlds of last year.
Now, is his name Mitch that runs it, or does he just
I
work for them?
believe so. I
Okay.
believe so. They're doing the model like Yo-Yo Factory is what it seems like, right? We're
I don't,
trying
what's the
to,
Yo-Yo Factory? So I looked into this more because I was more curious about it to see because you're having people basically poo-poo it. Um, and so I looked
oh,
into it more and wanted to see kind of what it was about. But what's the Yo-Yo Factory thing?
well, I guess it's like they're trying to drive traffic to their page, obviously. So you get a promo code. Like I
You want
looked
me to lay it
into it.
out for you?
I'll lay it out for you. You pay $30. Okay.
Time out.
You pay, huh?
Time out. You the $30, yes, but you have to be accepted before
Right.
buy this box.
Right.
So
And
you
then you,
submitted a application to be an ambassador for Yo-Yo Sam.
right.
Okay, now you're
Pay your
$30.
$30. And once you get accepted,
Yes.
you pay your $30. You get a box with like a t-shirt, some swag, Tiger Spinatics yo-yo.
So I mean,
Um,
yeah, you're getting a t-shirt, a hat, strings, and then a yo-yo that it's very much a beginner yo-yo that if you're watching this podcast, you're not interested in.
right. And then you get a promo code and you're trying to drive it'd be like someone putting G2 Matt promo code and it raises 10%. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is.
It'd be the opposite. But yeah, so if
Right.
you get a
Exactly.
discount code to give to your followers and put on your videos, so they get 10% off at Yo-Yo Sam.
Right.
Um, and you get 20 or 25% off when you order from Yo-Yo Sam yourself. So that you can, I mean, that's a pretty decent discount when you consider that most of the time it's about 40% for wholesale. So they're still making a little bit money off your order, but it's not, they're giving you almost as much as they possibly can without losing money off your order.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
they had a very good person, I think, spearheading it in Noel. I think
he
that
does some really good content.
absolutely. I love Noel. He seems like a really nice guy. I've never met him, but really seems like a nice guy. Uh, but I'm excited for them. I hope it drives business for them. I hope it does good things for them. And it, at the end of the day, it's just growth in whatever way people see fit or see it as growth, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I've done, I mean, it's pretty different what I did. I did like a $1 contest tee, and you bought a t-shirt for $1, with the idea that you would film a video in it or use it at a contest or a club. So, um, it's kind of a way to try and get some publicity. I wish that your code earned you even credits for Yo-Yo Sam. Somebody uses the Matt Mullins code to get 10% off, and they translated that person got 10% off, and then you got 10% in credit from
Right.
somebody else's purchase. I think that would be a way to really generate the type of influencers they might have been a little more um,
They
uh,
would have wanted. I'll
I
say
don't
it.
know. I don't think it's that they would have wanted, and I don't know how many ambassadors they've approved yet. But I think that you would get more influential people if there was a kickback somehow on their end. The credit probably isn't enough to get very many um, big time or people that are really growing, because the ambassador club is mostly directed towards people that aren't sponsored. Because if you're sponsored, you're probably not going to be able to do this for Yo-Yo Sam unless your products are sold at Yo-Yo Sam, right?
Right.
So like you wouldn't be able
Well,
to be a Yo-Yo Sam ambassador. G Square is not sold at Yo-Yo Sam.
well, it did not appeal to me with all due respect to the company.
But with all due respect, I think that you are the perfect person that it would have been for. They want content creators, not contestants,
That's fair.
because they
If
want the
I,
online viral ability with their name attached.
that's fair.
I mean, it's an interesting idea. I just like discussing it as on the business side, and then you would be on the creator side.
So I know that Yo-Yo Sam, they are, I don't think they have any yo-yoers that actually work for the company. Like, if that makes sense, maybe Noel's on payroll now. I don't know. And maybe that's all about to change, but you can kind of tell with their content that they've made that it's just,
I have never seen any Yo-Yo Sam content
they are, they have recently started to try to make content.
on what platform.
Facebook, on Instagram, stuff like that. And when you have a whole yo-yo store like that, imagine the cool amount of content that I could create just in a room by myself with yo-yos every day.
Well, I mean, Yo-Yo Rewind does it perfectly for a store,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right? And I don't
Why
know that
not? You're
anybody
sitting
else can
on
match that.
exactly.
You would have to do it in a different way, not as skilled. You'd have to do it in a creative way that is comedy
Sure.
or different sketches. But you definitely have the platform, the warehouse. You have to have a personality that works for you that wanted to do that, though.
For sure. They're in Pennsylvania too, so they're a long ways away.
I don't. From you, is that what you're saying?
From everybody, I feel like who's in Pennsylvania, bro? Nobody.
Uh,
Not this Crystal Light.
ECM's Pennsylvania, March 15th. They didn't email me back yet if they have a vendor's booth available.
They knew you wasn't going to sponsor them.
I
They said
said, "Do you
this.
have a vendor's booth available?" That would mean I'm going to sponsor them and
They
content.
said this tight ass. What do they call you? Dang. Uh,
I don't know
greedy,
what do
greedy,
they call me.
greedy.
There's burner accounts that say that.
They said this greedy guy ain't paying $900 for a vendor booth.
Oh, that's UYYC that I have to get back to. But I mean, if you and Mike are both going, I need to try to figure something out.
I haven't talked to Mike about that. Well, I need to. Me and him. I need to make them.
Mike's going
Got
because
to.
he needs the Kansas State title. He's going.
I was worried that Nats would change his opinion to that because of how many weeks it was just directly after. I think it's only like 2 weeks after.
Yeah. I don't know if he's figured it out yet. I should probably we'll ask him.
Oh.
But back
Anyway,
to
yeah,
the Sam circle.
I hope Yo-Yo Sam the best. Honestly, they seem like great people, great company. We all want growth everywhere, and if it creates content creators in the yo-yo scene, and it makes that's only that's only good for us. I want to consume yo-yo content. You want to consume yo-yo content. I can't wait to consume it.
No, I just wanted to discuss the business idea as my side, business side, your side, creator side, um, and just I don't know.
I
It's
think if
something.
you,
There's not often something to talk about in the yo-yo world, so there was
yeah,
something to at least talk about.
I like your idea where I could get credits, but then again, what
I
do I
also just
want?
want you paid. Like if you want to get the cream of the crop, 10% off, and I earn 10%.
Well, see, and I didn't really know if they earned, I figured they would earn money. Do they not get a cut of a sale?
There's no kickback. And the
So that's,
10% off, I kind of is a mute point to me because they always have a code for 10% off.
yeah, 15% off. I can get you right now.
Which, well, if that's true, that's not good.
Well, I can.
Well, go ahead and give it to the people.
Reddit 15, my friends,
They're going
are
to give 15% off all orders, but then they build a program around 10%. That code's got to be canceled.
maybe it is.
Otherwise, I have extra issues with the design here.
I will tell you in the past, I have bought brand new releases at 15% off.
With the Reddit code 15. Reddit 15.
Amen. Amen. I do hope them the best though. And I hope they get some soldiers behind them that really want to push. But if you're not giving them any incentive to, which is a cut of the sale, I don't see them getting the right people that's really wanting to push it.
I don't know. Well, I'm curious to see what happens, but I think, yeah, that was, you know, an idea executed, and I just think if you would have stepped it up a little bit, it could have really probably gained some real traction.
Well,
Um,
there are some real hungry people in the yo-yo community.
I'm hungry right now for breakfast.
I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about people want to create. How do we create? That's the question.
Well, that you got to figure it out on your own.
Sure. Sure. I have
Hop
been.
in the
Well, I bet.
fire.
Do what?
Hop in the fire. Find your place. You can't just copy somebody else because that's not your personality.
Absolutely.
So, look, nobody's going to be able to do what Matt Mullins does for his content, good and
No, I
bad.
think a lot of people could. It just
I don't think so because it's your personality has to mesh with it. Like half the stuff you do, I would never even suggest for you to do, and then it's fine.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
like it can't be replicated.
I think honestly, I just go with the flow. I mean, you know this. I just if it feels right, I do it. And I don't
Mhm.
question it. So and I have brought you some stinkers. You dabs, wigs, I've brought some
There's
stinkers.
some, yeah, there's some bad ones.
The best one though is the meth head video of the two proposing, and it's an in search of the oil slick mongoose that you immediately shut down. You immediately shut down. You said, "Don't even send that to your friends." So the light of
You're
that'll
like, I
never see
already
the light.
posted it.
Yeah, I did post it. I did.
Um,
What do you want to talk about non-yo-yo related?
well, I was going to wrap it up with that. You ready?
Well, yeah, let's roll.
Or do you? I wanted to speak on ATC real quick. What do you think about that?
Hey man, I'm having a great time. I've gotten my groove down on judging. I did have I don't know. Like I'm having a good time with it. I love the tricks. Uh this week's trick kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. It wouldn't click for me in the beginning.
Hmm.
Uh but once I realized I could make those two moves at one time, the pop up and it's pretty much a pop up and an inside roll to a catch. It was easy for me. So
Good.
I don't
Um,
know.
I like it. It's gained. a tremendous amount of traction, and I think people are just inspired by it. It gives them something to push for, and there's a whole group of people doing it, which helps. So it's pushed me to think of other ideas how to incorporate it, whether that's some sort of ATC meetup at some point, um, at or not at a contest. You know what I mean? Like it can
Yeah.
be ATC barbecue, but I don't know. I think a trick a week has happened multiple different ways, different platforms, and I think this is the first one I've really seen take off the way it has.
We're having a good time.
And I would say like it's not I thought more people it would be for the little goodies you can get. And maybe they're all just waiting for me to put the hats up or whatever. But the credits haven't been spent as I was expecting them to be. So I don't think it's maybe even like I thought you know what I mean? You give a reward for somebody doing something, that's just to get them off the couch going,
Right.
participation. But it hasn't seemed to be that effective as far
I
as the
think a lot.
driving force. Not effective, but the driving force for people doing the trick.
I think a lot of people are saving them for a respawn or whatever you're going to do.
6,000 credits.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking about the other day. If you did a respawn for 26 credits, that's a year's worth of tricks or
Yeah,
whatever it
half a year.
is or whatever. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. That'd be fun though. I'm whole. I don't know though. I've also thought if you opened it up to G2 merch, if people would spend their credits quicker.
I was just making the point that I thought more people that would be the direct motivator, and it hasn't been. I think, or maybe it was for the first trick, and then it turns into the community that's been built.
Yeah, that was definitely me. In the beginning, I was definitely thinking, of course, I'm going to do this free merch, and now I don't even think about it. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I just wanted to be on the top of the leaderboard, and then I missed a week, so I'm done for. I don't know if I'll ever be
Um,
able to get back up.
you'll get back up. It's going to be a long. Hey, hopefully, we keep doing this for a long time, and I know I'm going to miss. I'm sure I'll miss. I know you'll miss. Everybody will miss.
I hope not.
Hey, bro, it
All right,
happens.
I got something.
Backstorm geese, where we at, bro? End of
Hexstorm
February.
geese. Wait, I said end of February?
No, it's the end of February. I'm just
Yeah, what
wondering,
I tell you, April or May? April.
bro. I don't know what you told me
My guesstimate is end of April. Um,
that they're going to
my
be
backlog
in.
is finally starting to come in, and I mean, I think I had like 15 protos on order.
Okay, so you're saying that's when they'll be in to be sent to Anno.
No, I think I'll probably have them back for Mano end of April.
So have you touched one? Have you held one in your hands
Mm-mm.
yet?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, hey, that's been the update for that.
All right.
All right.
I had somewhere else I was going, but I'm going to jump to the unrelated yo-yo question then.
Okay.
Oh, the protos. Um, so yeah, 15 was a lot, but I kind of changed my processing a little bit, where just ordering multiple protos of the same yo-yo to see which one I like with minor tweaks. Do I like it more with a gram heavier? Do I like it a little wider? Um, so that way, right off the rip, I'm comparing multiple instead of getting a proto and then thinking maybe if it was a gram heavier. So I'm just trying to um,
See what you're saying.
be able to just do it right off the rip with
How many models is that 15? One?
no, yeah, 15 different uh Mongoose 1.7s. No,
Spoiler
I still
alert.
think there's probably 10 or 8, maybe 8. Um, but it's just they're starting to get out caught up on the prototyping.
And
So,
this is why Matt Mullins can't keep it. Let's talk about that too. Since this week we had to talk about everyone thinks I know what's going on the inside.
oh, nobody I like the team is the team. They're not employees. They're not on
We're
the back
chilling.
half of a lot of designs or know what's coming to or that
We know nothing.
for multiple reasons. A lot of the time I don't get the stuff in that early and I don't really use them to hype up a release. I don't really like doing that. Maybe every once in a while I'll ask them to share a story or something. But for the most part, it's in the blind to them as well. I don't really use them as a sales team.
You have never asked me to do anything. A. B. This is the first time I've ever gotten a yo-yo today that's in stock in the store.
But by the time you get there, it might not. Overnight, they kind of went out of stock, but somebody bought two and then decided, hey, I don't need two. But
Banhammer.
Banhammer,
Banhammer.
maybe if they would have canceled both.
That's
But no,
fair.
so you didn't get the Ascension early. Actually, nobody on the team did because it was a Patreon shipment, so whatever's was left was
Right.
assigned to the team. And then I held yours back because you wanted a blue one. Well, I knew you would want a blue one, a sapphire. So yours was a couple days late.
We ain't asking no questions around here.
Oh, dude, open that box and unboxing. There's something else in there.
Okay.
I forgot that it was in there.
A yo-yo?
Maybe, maybe not, but there's something else in there. So
Okay.
feeling surprised.
Bro, look at this before. I don't know what you're wanting to talk about, but check this out.
I have a really good topic here to talk about. Oh, it's not going to work. Yeah, that I got to get in the store today. I want to get the Krispy Kremes on the store today, and all of this doesn't make sense because the podcast drops tomorrow.
They'll get it.
All right, listen up here.
All right.
There's a bowl, 1,000 perfect ripe grapes with the crisp and the juice and the sweet. Okay?
Okay.
One of those grapes is poisonous and will instantly kill you.
All right.
50 grand a grape. How many grapes are you eating? You get paid
Four.
50 grand a grape.
Four.
You're going to just force. So 200 grand, you think you're set. You wouldn't be tempted at all to take another one after four. So you've got 200 grand in your pocket. You're
Let's
still
buy a
alive.
house and
There's
go to work on Monday.
996 grapes left. One of the
Okay.
996 is poisonous. You're not going to go in for
Okay.
another one, another 50K?
Well, no, I like my odds at 996 left. Let's go. I'll go eight.
Eight. So 400K.
400K. And then that's it.
992 grapes, and one of them is poisonous.
Yeah, but
50K.
I've got two kids I got to take care of and a wife.
I wonder, like, what if they get to keep the money that you already earned?
Well, okay. Well, then I'll just eat until we roll. Oh,
I don't think they get to keep the money. And I don't know
well,
how
never
many,
mind.
like, I think I'm either going none or I'm going to commit to like 20, maybe 50.
1 out of 100 is pretty good odds, bro.
1,000, 100, one out of 1,000.
Oh yeah, 1 out of 1,000. Pretty good odds.
So
I
I'm
don't
either going
know.
to go, let's see, how much would it, 50 grand a pop, 20 gets me to a milli. So if I do, I'm either going to go probably 0 or 50.
I'm gonna go 10 maybe.
Like there's either just, I'm just not risking it, period, or I'm going 50, 2.5 milli, retired.
You're not retiring.
On 2.5, I'm retiring.
We gotta get you. We need you to make yo-yos.
I thought you meant 2.5 wasn't enough to retire. I was like, no, I'm sitting good.
Oh no, I think it is for sure.
Um, so yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about. You're going 10 grapes.
10 grapes.
You're leaving
And
990 grapes in the bowl with one
I
poison.
feel bad for eating those 10 grapes because I shouldn't risk my life, for money, but
50, yeah, you're at 500K at 10 grapes.
I'm at 500K around here, brother. That would buy a hellacious house.
Yeah.
So,
But do you
and
think you
I,
would then be thinking every time something came up, you're like, well, if I had one more grape, I could have had a brand new Honda Odyssey.
bro, I'd be thinking I'm thankful to have a home.
You wouldn't get a little itch like, what if?
It's hard to get an itch when, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you
I
have
don't
this
know,
nice
bro.
fireplace in the background.
Yeah, dude, this fireplace, I'm assuming in my house, there'd be a
Uh-huh.
fireplace.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend all 500K, you got a nice fireplace. You probably got a pool, um, couple
No,
acres,
I don't know, bro.
in-home studio for the podcast.
I say I'd eat 10, but God forbid you eat that one and you never see your babies again. Is it worth it? No, not
Yeah, but
worth
you
it.
don't know. It's an instant.
I know. I don't know, but I can't get it out of my head. So,
Yeah, that's why I'm going either 50 in one swoop or zero.
let's ascend, bro.
I'm probably going zero. If you got
I
to
feel
pick
like
one.
zero is probably the safe bet. Let's just go to work on Monday and live.
Man, but one little grape, 0.01% chance.
And I like grape. If it was grape sodas, if it was great, 1,000 grape sodas,
How many
I'd probably
sodas you
drink.
drinking?
I'd probably drink 50. You know what I mean? Just on accident. Just on accident. Just on accident.
Setting on three. One,
Probably
two.
forget. Okay.
Oh no. All right. What do you want to say?
I'd say I'd probably forget to get the money is what would happen. I'd probably get sick, have to leave
Well,
it,
I think
forget.
what happens is it like as soon as you eat the grape, you're either dead or the 50K pops up right on your table.
Okay. So
So it's instant. Like you are
see,
like,
that's
oh,
another
there's
thing I was thinking was,
50K.
am I going to have to take a Xanax in between or something like that to get my anxiety down? But I like the way you're thinking with it.
Yeah, it's just all right, pop a grape, I got 50K. And that's why I said
Perfect.
I'm probably going zero, but if I'm going, I'm making it worth my while.
Fair.
Like I'm
Hey,
either
bro,
dead or retired.
I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful to be here. Thankful to be on your team, bro.
Good
Thanks for
choice.
letting me be here.
All right. Matt Mullins in the store, 10% extra on your order. That 10%
Amen.
goes to Matt.
No.
Ascend on three.
One, two, three.
Ascend.
Let's ascend. Love you, buddy.
See it.
Have a good day, brother.
You too.